Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
An infant in Minnesota has died from whooping cough. Officials saying it's the first severe case since 2013. The child was diagnosed in August and died in November, which has health experts in the Valley urging not only children to get vaccinated, but expecting mothers as well. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley has our story.
It starts off seeming like the common cold, runny nose, fever, and a cough. But pertussis brings a different kind of nightmare, especially for young children.
They're coughing so hard that they make a really funny, what we call a whooping noise, because they don't have any air left in their lungs to breathe with.
Oni says because infants' airwaves are so small, it's hard for them to fight off pertussis, saying they usually end up with complications.
They can end up in the ICU. They have episodes where they're now not breathing. They can even have episodes where now they've got pneumonias.
Oni urges expecting mothers to get their pertussis vaccine, specifically in the third trimester, to protect their child, as infants cannot be vaccinated for the illness until they're 2 months old. Fargo Cass Public Health says in 2019, North Dakota saw 37 cases of whooping cough, with 9 of those just in Cass County.
Usually it is the kids that are getting close to being due for that next round of vaccines. So the kids that are just starting kindergarten that maybe haven't gotten their kindergarten vaccines.
Oni says pertussis is often deemed the 100-day cough, as symptoms actually can last that long, urging you and your kids to stay home if you're sick, as pertussis is extremely contagious and a hard battle to fight. In Moorhead, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Oni says your child might have pertussis if they have had a cough for longer than 3 weeks, but says the cough must be present every day. New for you at 5, the family of Brenda Cardis is asking for your help after someone entered a local business and told employees they had specific details surrounding Cardis's death. Brenda her remains were found in South Fargo in August of 2019. Brenda had been missing since July of 2018. Fargo police posted a video on Facebook saying the employees did not know the person making these claims and that no video exists of the conversation. If you have any information, you are asked to call Detective Lovejoy at 701-476-4176. No more 30s for us. The Arctic air is here. Let's check in with our meteorologist Hutch Johnson for the very latest in our No Wait weather. Hutch?
Katie, the good news is we have this Arctic air mass that is really a short stay. Take a look at these temperatures from across the area. Fargo's seeing temperatures rise from 18 below this morning to 6 above. The warmest spot in Hutch's refrigerator, it's 34 there. South Pole's pretty chilly at this hour, 17 below. Quiet in Fargo, that's not the case everywhere. We have some wind and snow moving through our northern and eastern counties. Look at Cavalier. Visibility is reduced in some areas to under a mile. The heaviest snow heading into Winnipeg, but these snow bands are expected to persist throughout the evening hours, mainly along and north of Highway 200 as we go through the overnight hours. Visibility under a mile at times in places, so allow extra time. We're not expecting a lot of snow. I'll have details on that in a minute, but look at this, Katie. Temperatures will continue to rise into your evening. Hey, we have a nice day tomorrow with temperatures a little warmer than those we saw today. I'll go over that and we'll talk about our next bout with Arctic air and have details on what you can expect if you're heading on the road to Frisco here in a moment.
All right, well, thank you, Hutch. And if you are planning to hit the road for the big game, make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. The family of Olivia Lone Bear has offered their support to the family of Carolyn Maui, the 30-year-old woman missing from the Standing Rock Reservation. Olivia's brother Matthew, along with other members of the Lone Bear family, traveled to Fort Yates Tuesday to meet with the family and give them supplies to keep search crews fed and warm. Horseback riders joined other volunteers and law enforcement in the search for 30-year-old Cara Maui. The volunteers on horseback searched areas that are hard to reach on foot between Selfridge and Porcupine, a distance of about 20 miles. A 20-year-old man is dead following a rollover crash in Logan County. Officials say it happened around 11:30 Tuesday night on Highway 13 when 20-year-old Garrett Nelson lost control of his vehicle. Authorities say Nelson's vehicle rolled and he was ejected. He was transported to the hospital where he later died. The crash remains under investigation. A school-based bus driver is facing a traffic citation after a crash where 7 children were on the bus. It happened yesterday north of Mandan, North Dakota. The driver didn't yield to a van that then smashed into the bus. None of the children or the bus driver were hurt. The 2 people in the van were hurt but are expected to be okay. The United States and Iran are both claiming victory following the overnight missile attacks on bases in Iraq housing U.S. troops. President Donald Trump indicated he would not respond militarily after no one was hurt, and Iran is claiming military success. NBC's Ali Arouzi reports from Tehran on what Iran's leaders are saying following the strikes.
After the Iranian strikes at those Iraqi bases yesterday, there was a lot of anxiety that there may be some sort of huge reprisal from the United States against Iran.
The United States is ready to embrace peace with all who seek it.
But today, after Donald Trump's speech, he basically said that he is not going to be attacking Iran. And people in this country breathed a sigh of relief that some sort of attack was no longer imminent. And for the leadership in this country, they kind of got what they wanted. The United States didn't attack Iran, and the leadership here are billing that as a victory.
The United States waged an economic war against Iran. The United States has to come to its senses.
But that means things haven't really changed here. This morning, the supreme leader of the country made a speech saying that last night's attack was a slap in the face for America, and the vengeance for Qasem Soleimani's death still has to come. The status quo remains the same, and the objective for the leadership in this country still is to get U.S. forces out of this entire region. So the situation between Tehran and Washington, as usual, remains unpredictable and fluid. Ali Arouzi, NBC News, Tehran.
President Donald Trump plans to carry on with his Keep America Great rally in Toledo, Ohio tomorrow night despite the Iran situation. A new report from the Labor Market Information Center shows the number of job openings in December was up slightly from the 1 month before, much more from a year before, with a total number of 14,899 online job openings in December of 2019. Job Service North Dakota says that's 150 more than in November and 1,526 more than December of 2018. The largest number of job openings is listed in office and administrative support, followed by health care. Senator Kevin Cramer says the commander of the United States Space Command and Chief of Space Operations, General John J. Raymond, will be visiting North Dakota on Friday. Cramer says the two will visit the University of North Dakota's Space Studies program and meet with students. Cramer says the visit marks great potential for North Dakota to contribute to America's dominance in space. Tonight, the city of Moorhead will sit down to discuss what to do about the city's urban turkey issue. A community discussion is planned to work on management plans. The public forum will take place at 7 at Moorhead City Hall. Representatives from the Minnesota DNR will also be there to answer questions. The day has come and the herd is off to Frisco. The Bison football team and several fans packed Hector International Airport today. They left for the big game in Texas around 2 this afternoon. The team says they'll be down there for 3 days. Not only are they playing in the big game, but they'll be reading and playing football with kids too.
We really appreciate it, and everybody that goes down there, it makes it more fun for us, and having everybody down there really gives us an advantage, really, compared to the other team.
The Bison are slated to arrive in Frisco any minute now, so stick with Valley News Live for more on the team's arrival. And join us tonight for our Proceed Road to Frisco coverage live in Frisco, Texas with the Bison football team. We'll bring you the latest all week, taking you up to our 90-minute-long Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show on Saturday. Coverage begins at 9:30 a.m. that day, with kickoff to follow at 11 between the Bison and the Dukes. Still